Hello everyone, welcome to the new Crossbow Supplies product review and giveaway. I decided to kind of come out here in the backyard, and I am supposed to be working right now, but I don't know. I've just, like I said in my previous video, I've just been kind of excited to do these. So I'm out here, like I said, in the backyard out by the our fire pit. I've got a few bugs flying around me here, so hopefully they won't interrupt us too much. I'm going to try to do this. I just got this in. I haven't even opened it yet or anything. So I guess without any further ado, let's go through and find out what it is. I just added product review to the title of this because I didn't want to give too much away on what it was. So if I can do this without dropping the phone and everything. Oh, well, that's interesting. Looks like it fell out of the box. This is a, how do you say that? Skaggle multi-tool. I saw this on Amazon. I believe it was about $10. But it's got a few different things to it that I thought were kind of interesting. So I thought, you know what, let's try it out, see how it goes, and again, stay tuned until the end of the video because I am going to be giving this away, and so I'll go over on how to win this item when I'm all done. My first initial, I guess, thoughts on this is that the case is actually a little bit better than what I thought it would be. It's actually quite thick, and it feels padded, so it's not too bad. I believe it's adequate, if not more than adequate. It does have the, let's see, let's pull the tool out here. Let's set this down, and let's see, how do we open this thing? Oh, it does like lock open, and it's spring loaded. Wow, this is a lot nicer than I thought it would be. It feels quite hefty. You know, for $10, I was actually expecting that this might be very cheaply made. So again, initially, I'm pleasantly surprised with this. Like I said, it is spring-loaded there. It does look like the pliers actually come together pretty good. The cutters on it, those come together. I guess maybe we'll see if we can find something to see how sharp those are. I wish I had some wire or something around, and maybe I do. Might have something in the burn pit area there. But yeah, one of the hidden things that I noticed about this was that it's got a small little ferro rod, right? So I brought out a little bit of tinder. I just sort of grabbed up, sort of on the fly, before this to see and test that out. And let's see. That knife does lock in. I've had other multi-tools in the past where they did not lock in. It does look like it's semi-serrated, but let's see. It doesn't feel overly sharp, but you know, not bad. Not bad. I mean, it could use a touch-up, I suppose. Let's see how difficult. No, that's not too bad. What else have we got in here? Looks like we have a file, and that also snaps shut. Looking at the file, it doesn't look overly great, but I did bring out a piece of scrap board to kind of file that down and see if we can actually cut through a nail or something with. It doesn't have file on the edge there. That's pretty flat, so I'm not sure how well that's going to work out. Looks like it does double as a flathead screwdriver as well. Let's see, what else have we got in here? Looks like maybe a oh no, it's got a saw. Okay, so we'll go ahead and test that out as well. And looks like we have it's kind of stiff. Oh, there we go, right there on the side. And then it's got a bottle opener / screwdriver. Okay. So I didn't bring out a bottle of Coca-Cola with me or anything to open that up with, but it's a bottle opener, so I don't expect it to have any issues. But I did bring a screw out with me for the board to see exactly what that is, you know, how that works. But yeah, so far so good. Now it does have, along with it, it has these additional, I'm probably not going to pull these out, I will leave these packaged, additional bits, looks like some additional sizes of Phillips head, flathead, and looks like some Allen, 3 different Allen bits there, 3 of each. So I'll leave those inside the case, and there's a separate little pouch that those fit into. So far, guys, I am like really pleasantly surprised. And one of the reasons why I chose this item is because how great would this be to just, you know, have in your vehicle, or, you know, if it's worthy, right? To have in your vehicle, maybe leave out at the vacation property, throw in your pocket or in your pack while you're out hunting or fishing. You know, just something to kind of have on hand. Maybe, you know, you have to do some sort of emergency repair, you know, on your bow or something, or even, I guess, if you had a mechanical breakdown or something on your vehicle. You know, I guess you know, it's a multi-tool. You know, it's nothing new to us, right? I mean, they've been around for a while. But I keep seeing all these different types of multi-tools, and like I said, this one really kind of sparked my curiosity, and it looks like those additional bits, they must fit over the end of the screwdriver here. Right, there's a little head that fits on there, and then you put your additional bits on. But yeah, so far initial impressions are pretty decent. I've got a little bit of a lip on here. Let's see if we can. Yep, that feels pretty strong. I'm actually bending that metal. Let me get a little more of a reef to it. Hopefully this doesn't break or anything, but yeah, look at that. I mean, I bent that right over. Yeah. And actually, I think I do see a little bit of, well, no, maybe not that. Maybe we had some wire that I had left out here, which I need to clean this area up probably. But yeah, so far so good with this. Like I said, stay tuned until the end, because I'm going to tell you how you can win this. I'll actually mail this out to a lucky winner. But I guess without any further ado, let's go ahead and start the testing. Okay. First thing I want to start off with is I brought out a chunk of 550 cord, and so let's see if it can cut through that relatively well. Okay, and it does have a thumb assist to open the blade, which I think is kind of nice. I've always been sort of a fan of that. And then, you know, obviously this can all fold right back up, and it locks into place. So again, it feels pretty comfortable in the hand. I've had some, I don't know if you guys remember back, like the original Leathermans, they were all kind of like open in here when you folded them up, and so it really kind of like cut into your hands. They've come a long way with these multi-tools, but yeah, I'm not feeling, you know, any real discomfort from it at all. Holding it, squeezing it. But yeah, let's go ahead and cut some 550 cord and kind of see how that works. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was very quick. Try to do that a little bit slower. Yeah, yeah, that definitely is a bit sharper than what I originally thought it was. You know, um, it takes very little effort at all. Nice clean cuts on there. So yeah, I mean, it could probably be touched up, but I think for all intents and purposes that it's very well sharp as is. I grabbed a stick here. Let's try to do a little bit of carving with it and see how we do. Just kind of sort of my fire pit poker. Yep. This is a hardwood. This is I guess a piece of looks like maple that I had around. But yeah, absolutely. You can see those chips fly on there. Yeah, absolutely. Now that we've cut into that a little bit, let's go back to our 550 cord and see if that blade is held up. Yep, look at that. Real easy, real easy. Okay, great. So far so good, right? Let's see, we've tested out the pliers, the knife, the saw. Let's go ahead and pull that saw blade out. Let me get this closed and pull that saw blade out and see how that performs, right? So we'll just, it's not a very long saw, but I mean, if you were out hiking or camping or anything and just needed a backup tool, you know, so far I'm going to say that this is more than sufficient, and at a $10 price tag, this is actually quite impressive. I've had, you know, I actually have a Gerber multi-tool. I forget offhand what model it is, but yeah, I would say that so far, I mean, I would put this right up there with it. I mean, and it kind of hurts me to say, but it does. That cuts very, very well. You know, it didn't get all gummed up or anything. I've seen some of these saws, you know, that come, you know, whether it's a knife, like a dual blade pocket knife or something that has like a saw, or on a multi-tool, and they just get gummed up. They get filled with bits of wood. This didn't. It shed it very easily and cut quite nicely. So I'm going to give that an A, I guess. So let's see. Let's pull out the screwdriver, and I brought out a little drywall screw with me somewhere. I thought I did. Not sure what I did with it. Well, I was most certain that I did, unless I stuck it in a different pocket. Well, it's a screwdriver, right? It should perform, and you've got the additional bits. And so, you know, I don't anticipate there being any options with that. I do wish that I had brought that with me, though. And then with the file, like I said, I did grab just a piece of scrap wood and kind of pounded a nail into it. So let's maybe, since I really wish that this had an edge to it, because I would have liked to have tried to cut through this, but it's flat on the sides. So that's a little bit disappointing, I guess. I mean, I don't know how important it is to you. Not a huge deal to me, but I wanted to really kind of, I guess, you know, test out this file a little bit better, and that was initially what I had intended to do. I hope you guys can see this okay. I'm trying to get better with these videos, by the way, and I'm having problems uploading them once I record them. So I do apologize for having to do these live, and then I'll update, you know, descriptions and everything, you know, afterwards. But yeah, it's kind of fun for me. So let's just see here if I can maybe do this where you guys can see. I don't like that it's like painted, right? It got all that paint on there. It's not a very aggressive file. I mean, I suppose with time, depending upon what you needed it to do, it feels almost more like a something you could file your fingernails with, right? Like an emery board almost. But yeah, it does look like, I don't know if you guys can, how well you can see that, but it is taking that off. It looks like it's taking some of that paint off, but yeah, it's not a very aggressive file. So I think for that, I would probably give that a near fail. You know, I am glad that it's on there, but maybe a D if I had to grade this. But that so far is the worst. Everything else so far I would give an A. You know, like I said, blade sharpness, the fact that it locks, pliers are spring loaded, they match up great, like we saw earlier, right? You know what? Let me see. I don't know how well this will work, but let's see if we can actually cut through paracord with that. Oh wow, I could feel that give a bit. It is cutting through it, so I don't think really like some snare wire or anything would be any kind of an issue. Like I said, I thought I had some wire out here with me as well, but apparently I do not. I mean, unless I happen to find it here relatively soon. But yeah, I don't anticipate any issues with it. Let's go ahead and pull that ferro rod and test that out and test the functionality of that real quick. We'll close this back up here, okay? And I just, like I said, I brought out like a little bit of like lint, and I'm hoping, let me see if I can get this. Is that going to show? Here. Okay. And so, not really. Oh, there we go. I did see spark. Maybe I'm too close to it. I keep hitting it with my knife. Maybe not the greatest tender. Let's try this with the back of the blade and see if we can still throw spark with that. The reason I hate to do that with the back of a blade, unless it's a straight handled blade, is because I always tend to worry about that kind of popping loose, right? And as you're putting pressure on the back of that blade flipping up and hitting you, you know, kind of across the fingers. You know, it would probably be a bit of a superficial wound, but a wound nonetheless. And, you know, if you're out in the woods or something, you know, it's just something that you don't want to have happen. So I think I'm going to forego that just for safety reasons. It did rain here just recently, so it is wet in here, but like I said, I brought out some of this dry. It's just, I don't know, just some like linty type material. Maybe if I fluff it up a little bit better, maybe we'll have a little better success. But oh, that looked like it wanted to there for a second. Oop. Let's try to shred this up just a little bit more, make it a little fluffier. All right. Okay. Well, I'm not having real great success with this. Like I said, it's a pretty small ferrule rod, and you can see it is, you know, it's leaving a bit of a mar on the side of the blade, which that wipes off pretty easily. But it does throw sparks. Maybe I don't have the greatest tinder for this. I don't know, and then of course I'm not in real great practice with using one of these. It's been quite a while since I've actually started throwing sparks with one of these. We'll give it a few more tries and kind of see, but let's see if we can't get that to, I mean, it would be better than nothing, right, if you didn't have matches or something. Or, you know, carry a Bic lighter or something. Oh, there we go. We got it. Hey, success. Look at that. So I was just out. I'm going to blame that on user error. Okay. It did finally light. The ferrule rod is a success. Like I said, it took me a little longer than I had anticipated, but there again, I believe that was more user error than anything. So, if you're just joining us, we are reviewing this multi-tool here that I'm going to give away here momentarily. And this little ferrule rod just, where does it fit up into? Oh, right there. Let's get this in correctly. And the blade locks in and everything. Just a handy little tool, I think, to have around, right? It's called the Skaggle or Skaggle. But yeah, great little tool. And like I said, for $10, you know what? Since I was on that ferrule rod, you know, really scraping against that blade, let's test the paracord again and just kind of see how well that has held up, right? Oh. Yeah, maybe lost a little bit of an edge, but not really. That's still a pretty clean cut, right? Do it one more time here. Oh, slipped out of my hand. Let me grab a different piece and just see. Yep, it still cuts fine. So, yeah, overall, like I said, for $10, you know, I think it was $10 and change. Great item. Without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and do the giveaway. What I need for you to do is go ahead and hit that like button for me and share it. Share this video if you liked it, if you want to win this. It does have the belt loop on the back. I forgot to mention that earlier. But overall, like I said, other than the file, I am actually quite impressed. I'm ashamed to say it, but I believe that this would hold up against my Gerber. I really do. And I don't know, maybe I'll get a call or a nasty email from the people at Gerber. You know, we did a slight little torture test there. We chopped, or, you know, carved some wood up, and the saw worked perfectly. Everything else worked great. And in regards to the sheath, it seems like, you know, you order one of these less expensive items, whether it's on Amazon or whatever, the sheath is very lackluster, right? It's sometimes they're barely adequate, but this one it's padded. I think that it would be comfortable to wear. It's not overly bulky. What is that? Maybe about 4 inches folded up and everything. But yeah, if you guys want this item, hit that like button and share it, and then I will go through here in just a little while. Look at those shares and announce your name. And when you do, I'm gonna need you to send a message to us, and I'll get your address, and I will mail that out to you by the end of the week. Okay? All right, guys. Hey, I hope you like this product review. If you'd like to see more, I'm gonna, you know, I can do other videos, different types of products and things. Like I said, I had a little bit of a trouble with that first one with the Stanley light. I'm still really impressed with that Stanley light, but it just kind of got me to thinking. I thought, you know what? Why not do some random giveaways from time to time, right? And show my appreciation for the followers of the page and everything. But yeah, really impressed. I appreciate everybody that's watching. Again, if you want this, hit that like button, hit that share button, and then when I announce the name, like I said, I'll need you to message me with your address so that I can mail this out to you most expeditiously. Okay. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you on the next video giveaway, and I'll try to do one like once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. I do work in transportation, so a lot of times it's kind of hard for me to get away and keep up on this, but I've got the Amazon Prime subscription, so I literally got this overnighted to me. And there again, if you don't have the Prime subscription, I would really recommend it. It's like, what, $12 or $13 a month. Just a really great thing to have with the free shipping. Oh, we got a helicopter going overhead. So I guess I'll call that done for now, and look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for watching, and bye.